Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to another Xenoblade Chronicles X video. In this one, I'm going to be taking on Gradivus, the Headless Emperor, using a attribute stacking build, or attribute resistance stacking build. And the reason why this is noteworthy is that Gradivus will attack using 5 of the 6 attributes, everything except for beam resistance. He's also able to inflict 2 resistance down debuffs. I believe it is physical and ether, I don't exactly remember. But, this video is going to be a little bit different than most of my other videos in that I'm going to be doing a lot less explaining because this build is completely impractical unless you just want to be able to say you've beaten Gradivus using attribute resistance stacking. So to get into... Oh yeah, before I get into the build, something else I want to mention is that I do have the tier 5 debuff probes, or the tier 5 attribute resistance probes up, and that is going to give me 16 extra attribute resistance over what you see here. For my build, originally I was going to be using a Black Bane knife build, but I eventually moved away from that for a Ether Blossom Dance build, just simply because even without potential this does way more damage, and as I was playing around with it, it turns out the chrome armor from the knife was completely excessive and absolutely unnecessary, and I could just slap on the weapon guard skill instead and it would be perfectly fine. So the build that I'm running is a Bewitched Glaive with Seeing Rust because I have so low potential that Spatha isn't really going to be doing me any favors. And then I'm just kind of running Overdrive count up, potential cycle launches. I could run my double potential cycle launches, but I don't think that it's going to make that big of a difference. And I'm too lazy to calc it, and just having Overdrive count up is nice. Other than that, just kind of Appendage Crusher to increase, because that scales with potential arts. Then melee attack for the last augment slot because I don't know what else to put there. For my armor, I'll show that off now, and it's also the reason why I'm only running 4 Appendage Crusher augments is that I have the God's Eye Patch on. But yeah, nothing overly special about my gear, especially my leggings. They are very bad, but I can't be bothered to grind up new ones. But here's the gear I am running. And then for my arts, Astral Protection gives you the tier 6 aura gives you 50 attribute resistance across the board, which is incredibly helpful. Lightning Cloak makes it so that with Lightning Cloak, Astral Protection, and the debuff, or the attribute resistance probes, that gives me 100 electric resistance, so I don't have to stack it all into that, which is super nice, and then everything else is just damage. Rising Blade, Tornado Blade, True Stream Edge, Burning Slash, Incendiary Edge, and of course Blossom Dance. Something of note is that I don't have any topple launch or knockback resistance, which Gradivus likes to inflict a lot of. So I'm going to be trying my best to time my TP arts with those attacks, but I'm not going to be making any promises they'll do a good job because I'm going to be focusing more on getting damage out of them is the primary focus, and blocking topple and launch is a secondary focus. Then for my skills, Weapon Guard, I'm only going to have the cycle launches out whenever I'm refreshing my buffs, so I'll just like not do that while he's using physical attacks and I'll be fine. Core Crusher or Assault and Mighty Muscle, all just to increase damage. I could probably swap Mighty Muscle out for something that's more useful for scaling with the TP arts, but I still have this on from whenever I was doing a Black Bane build originally, and I'm too lazy to change it, because it does not matter, and it's fine. With all the other way that I'm going to go ahead and just get into the fight. I think that's going to be different in this video from my normal videos, that I'm not going to be commentating the fight, because again, this build is not very practical, and it's more of a showing of the idea of it than actually being like, hey, this is a guide for how to do it. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy, and I will see you at the end of the video.
Oh, I've heard all about you. So cute. Fight to finally, a chance to smack them around. Zero, try, I didn't try to run. Beautiful girl out. This should Hey, where'd everyone go? You need an orb. Oh, there you go.
Alright, and that was Gradivus the Headless Emperor with the resistance stacking build. A little bit rough around the edges, but overall I feel like it got the job done, and that's what matters at the end of the day. So I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Later.